In 2010, Boris Johnson wrote, and I quote, "The whole thing is unbelievable." As I write these words, Gordon Brown was the then Labour Prime Minister, to put it in context. He writes, "Gordon Brown is still holed up in Downing Street. He is like some illegal settler in the Sinai Desert, lashing himself to the radiator, or like David Brent's haunting the office in that excruciating episode when he refuses to acknowledge that he has been sacked. Isn't there someone? The Queen's private secretary, the nice policeman on the door of number 10, whose job it is to tell him that the game is up." These very words, ironically, have now come to haunt Boris Johnson, as yesterday he announced that he will no longer be the Tory leader and as such would only remain as a caretaker Prime Minister until the new Tory leader is elected. The new Tory leader will then succeed him in 10 Downing Street. But this has created a lot of resentment amongst the Tory MPs who resigned in the past couple of days. We know this all started with the resignation of the then Finance Minister Rishi Sunak and Health Secretary Sajid Javid. Following that, there were several resignations put forth until the government could no longer function. But Boris Johnson yesterday finally conceded defeat and said that he is willing to go. However, he is also putting into place the vacant posts that have been lying for the past couple of days. He's quickly filling them up and promises to have a running government till the new leadership comes in. While Boris Johnson is adamant that he will remain in number 10 until the new leader is selected, many within the Tory party are also not happy with this. James Cleverly, who was recently appointed the Education Secretary, says that there is no such thing as a caretaker Prime Minister. John Major, who was a former Prime Minister, said that Boris Johnson remaining in Downing Street is absolutely unwise and may be unsustainable. We know that the opposition leaders are not at all happy with Boris Johnson's decision to remain in Downing Street. Lib Dem leader Ed Davey says that it is in the national interest for Boris Johnson to go and he must not stagger on. We also heard from Ian Blackford of the SNP, the Scottish National Party, who says that Boris Johnson cannot remain as Prime Minister even one day longer. Meanwhile, several names are coming forth to supersede Boris Johnson and put their hats in that leadership contest. We heard this morning from Tom Tugendhat that he will be standing for those Tory leadership elections. I spoke to Steve Baker yesterday, who is also going to contest these elections, and he is a staunch Brexiteer, somebody that the people might find as a good successor to Boris Johnson's Brexit agenda. Steve Baker said it's absolutely crucial that a functioning government is put in place, and if Boris Johnson can do that, he can remain in Downing Street. Otherwise, he should make way for someone else to take over. We do know that Rishi Sunak, although he has not announced this publicly yet, his team is preparing for that leadership contest, and we are expecting an announcement very, very soon. Sajid Javid will be another contestant to this election, as well as Liz Truss, the Foreign Secretary. We heard from Suella Braverman, who's the Attorney General, that she will also contest these elections. And of course, there are several more names coming up, Jeremy Hunt being one of them, and there could be several more as the days progress. But until the next Tory leader is elected, Boris Johnson says that he will remain in 10 Downing Street, and we will see how long that goes. This is Ruhi Khan in London for Mojo Story.
It's great to see you here. Thank you for watching our work. If you haven't subscribed yet, don't forget to click the bell icon and subscribe to Mojo Story and support independent, robust journalism.